Will Joe Biden run for president? Find out when we start our show.
Is an asteroid going to hit Earth on Halloween, or are we just going to have a beautiful meteor shower? Stay tuned to find out.
A local school is evacuated. We will be the first to report this story when we return. Good afternoon and welcome back to BCTV Channel 99.
Where we will be bringing you up-to-date news, sports, weather, and segments.
I'm your host, Shane Jordan.
And I'm Brandy Yarish.
Wednesday in Washington, after months of speculation, Vice President Joe Biden is passing on a third run for the Democratic presidential nomination. With President Obama at his side, Biden announced his decision today at the White House Rose Garden that he will not be running for presidential election.
I've said all along, what I've said time and again to others, that it may very well be that that process, by the time we get through it, closes the window on mounting a realistic campaign for president, that it might close. I've concluded it has closed.
He would not want to run for a third time. Biden has run in 1988 and 2008, exiting early from the presidential races.
Today, October 23, 2015, school officials at Freeland Elementary School suspected a strange smell of gas in the building, which led to the administrator to make the decision of evacuating the building immediately. All students have been evacuated to the Freeland YMCA. The fire department and UGI have declared the building to be free of gas. The district prefers that parents do not pick up their children at the YMCA. They will return back to school shortly.
Friday in Washington, Hillary Clinton, presidential candidate. Hillary Clinton is speaking publicly about her upcoming testimony to a House committee on the 2012 Benghazi attack. The House Benghazi Committee is investigating the deadly attack on U.S. consulate in Libya. Friday, on the CNN's Lead with Jake Tapper, Clinton said she did not know what to expect when she goes before the committee.
You had an unusual email arrangement, which meant the State Department could not produce your emails to us. You made exclusive use of personal email and a personal server. And when you left the State Department, you kept the public record to yourself for almost 2 years. And it was you and your attorneys who decided what to return and what to delete. Those decisions were your decisions, not our decisions. It was only in March of this year we learned of this email arrangement. And since we learned of this email arrangement, we have interviewed dozens of witnesses, only one of whom was solely related to your email arrangement. And that was the shortest interview of all because that witness invoked his Fifth Amendment privilege against incrimination. Making sure the public record is complete is what serious investigations do, so it was important and remains important that this committee have access to all of Ambassador Stevens' emails, the emails of other senior leaders and witnesses, and it is important to gain access to all of your emails, Madam Secretary.
Clinton will testify before the committee for the first time on October 22nd. Also, an update from the Freeland evacuation story. Students were sent to the Freeland YMCA and were not allowed back to school. Students were fed lunch there, and 7th and 8th graders were transported to the Hazelton Area High School for lunch. Note that students' parents should be picking up the children at the Freeland YMCA at 3 o'clock. Walkers will be allowed out from the YMCA.
The newest Sesame Street character has orange hair, green eyes, and autism. Her name is Julia. She's part of a new online initiative to spread awareness about autistic development disorders. Parents can download a free app that teaches kids how to interact better with autistic children. In it, Elmo plays with Julia and explains how she plays in different ways. One in 68 U.S. children has an autism spectrum disorder. According to a report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Sesame Street is using #SeeAmazing to encourage people to share their stories, videos, and pictures on social media to keep the conversation about autism going. No word if Julia also appears on the show.
Are you ready for Halloween? A massive asteroid is heading our way and is set to pass Earth October 31st at 1:12 p.m. at unusually high speeds. Halloween might be especially scary this year to residents if the asteroid veers off course and actually hits us.
In school news, the Student Council will be starting their warm clothing drive. Please donate any gently used clothing, anything from infant size to 3XL. Winter coats, sweaters, gloves, hats, or anything that will keep a less fortunate family warm are greatly appreciated. You can bring these items to the nurse office.
The Student Council will be having their annual dodgeball tournament on November 5th in the Hazelton Area High School Gymnasium. The cost is $25 per team and 5 members to a team. We like to see a number of teams involved because it makes the process of elimination more competitive. You can enter your team with your school nurse. We will welcome male, female, and also co-ed teams, so get your team and its members in early.
We spoke with Tara Toohill at the Jobs for You Expo at the Hazelton Area High School. Let's go to Kylie Dillon with more.
I'm Kylie Dillon here at the Jobs for You Expo here at the Hazelton Area High School Gymnasium.
We're offering the opportunity for students to come visit us and talk about the university as a whole, Penn State University, and also the opportunities for majors at Penn State Hazelton.
So Jobs for You, we have many vendors, and we're trying to get students to know what types of jobs are out there. So a lot of people, they want to grow up and they want to be a school teacher, but there aren't that many jobs in teaching available. So if you want to be a school teacher, you have to specialize, sometimes do higher education with your teaching degree, and we try to get that out there. So today, a lot of the jobs that are here and the vendors, they have those jobs available. So kids know that if you go to school or you go right into these jobs, that you'll be able to actually be employed and get hired and be able to have a salary and take care of your family. So it's really important for us to be here and for the students to walk up and say, how much money do you make? How long have you done this? How long did you have to go to school for? Did you have to go to school? So we try to just get a dialogue going where you all can ask questions and try to dream about what you want your future to be.
That's all for me here at the job fair at the Hazelton Area High School. Back to you.
Hi everyone, Joe Tag here. I'll be talking about the Steelers quarterback situation. Plus, I'll be talking about Notre Dame's next game against Tampa. Plus, I'll break down how our Cougars could make the playoffs right here on Channel 99. Stay tuned.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray. and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
We are GetSchooled.com.
You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start.
That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, Chief. I got this.
Is that Bran?
Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Hey there, guys. Joe here with your Channel 99 News Sports. First up in the NFL, in Sunday's game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals, the Steelers picked up an easy win against the Cardinals with a score of 25-13. Rookie quarterback Landry Jones threw 2 touchdown passes to Martavius Bryant. This Sunday, they will face the Kansas City Chiefs, and Ben Roethlisberger is hoping that he'll play on Sunday. Seattle Seahawks running back Fred Jackson has been involved in a car accident after he left practice on Tuesday. Police say that Jackson drove his Corvette into a large planter and a stop sign, and then dragging the sign across a 2-lane road. Police are also saying that Jackson was not injured in the accident, but the car suffered some moderate front-end damage. And finally, in the NFL, St. Louis Chiefs coach Jeff Fisher has said that he'll stay with the Rams and will not go to the USC. On Tuesday, after Fisher and the Rams returned from their bye week, he said that he's intending to fulfill the 2012 agreement with the team owner, Stan Kroenke. Now on to college sports. There's a big ACC game this Saturday as number 9 Florida State takes on unranked Georgia Tech. Now this game is going to be a very huge upset as the Seminoles will beat the Yellow Jackets 37-20. There's a Big 12 game this Saturday as number 5 Texas Tech takes on unranked Oklahoma. I think that this game will be a big upset as Oklahoma will win 23-10. Now on to district sports. The Houston area Cougars pulled off a big upset last Friday when they beat Tunkhannock 55-14. I think that the Cougars are playoff contenders, and I do think that they will go to the playoffs. And one more thing, congrats to the New York Mets for advancing to the World Series. Now all they have to do is wait and see who they'll face, either Kansas City or Toronto. That's it for me. Have a good weekend, everybody.
The new Star Wars trailer is out, and it really is the future. So stay tuned for Cinema Spotlight after the break.
I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Morning, Gary.
Hey, I'm Bethany Gelati. It's Friday, and welcome to Cinema Spotlight. So instead of paying your mortgage this month, why not spend the equivalent plus your firstborn child to grab tickets to a seat to this week's movies right here, right now? You may have heard about the new Star Wars trailer, or maybe your communications teacher made sure you knew about the new Star Wars trailer. Nevertheless, fans were given another trailer to watch and rewatch, which means another glimpse into the next installment of the series. So grab your lightsabers and get ready for the movie's release coming in 2015 this year. In the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales can be seen coming up upon the horizon, sailing in 2017. Maybe you've even heard about the latest cast announcements, or maybe your communications student has made sure you knew about the latest casting announcements. Johnny Depp, of course, will be returning as Captain Jack Sparrow, and Orlando Bloom will be returning, reprising his role as Will Turner after his absence in the last Pirates film, On Stranger Tides. New faces and characters will also be brought to the swashbuckling universe, including actors Henry Thwaites and Javier Bardem. And let's not forget about our Ladies of the Sea. The cast will also see some new actresses, including Kaya Scodella Rio. Great Scott, it's already the future, and this week was the week Marty McFly spent here in the fantastical, unimaginable, futuristic 2015. And some can complain about how far or not so far we've come, but Michael J. Fox did get to see those self-lacing shoes on his feet as created by Nike. His Parkinson's disease makes it so that he cannot tie his own shoes, so those power-up laces are an amazing help. But one last thing. We do have those power lace shoes going on sale soon, so Back to the Future was right in its prediction, but those shoes wouldn't exist without the movie that predicted them. Funny. So tune in next week, guys, for more movies to talk about on Cinema Spotlight while I talk under this spotlight.
Since 1950, this year, stick around to learn more right here on Channel 99.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Here is a look at the Hazelton Area Career Center weather camera.
And as you can see, the sky is really blue and there is a sunny sky. The current conditions from the Channel 99 weather station brought to you by Weather Underground are currently 59.9 degrees with 31% humidity. Today will be mainly hot and sunny with a high of 52 degrees, and it seems like the weather wants to play games with us because tonight will be 31 degrees, much lower than expected. There will also be light winds, which might get the night a little bit colder. Today's sunrise was later than last week's at 7:24 a.m. and the sunset was earlier at 6:11 p.m. El Niño is not a storm. It's not even a hurricane moving to the Pacific. It's not even a weather system. El Niño is actually a term for a phenomenon that directly impacts weather around the world due to changes in the position of the jet stream. It's when the waters off the coast of South America, especially Peru, warm up to higher than normal temperatures. This year, the water is the third warmest recorded year since 1950. As the trade winds along the equator slow, the warm water no longer moves westward, but instead of things in place. This results in the movement of an area of warm water along the equator in the East Pacific, signaling that an El Niño pattern has developed. This warm water pooling in the East Pacific alters the tropical pattern, in which turn changes the weather pattern across the globe. There is now a 95% chance that El Niño indeed continue through the winter months. That means above average rainfall in Arizona this winter. During El Niño events, the storm tends to be slightly warmer in temperature. And talking about El Niño not being a hurricane, we have one of the strongest hurricanes ever recorded heading to Mexico's Pacific coast called Patricia. It is categorized as a 5, in which the strongest hurricanes can be. It is also potential to cause massive deaths and destruction over the Mexican Pacific coast, including the tourist hotspots in Puerto Rico, Vallarta, and Acapulco. Patricia was compared to Hurricane Camille, which hit the U.S. Gulf Coast in 1969, and it seems like Patricia is much stronger. It is running 200 miles per hour with sustained winds and torrential rain. Tomorrow will be a little bit harder with a high of 56 degrees and a low of 43 degrees. Sunday will be raining cats and dogs with an 80% of rain throughout the whole day with a high of 58 degrees and a low of 37 degrees. So make sure to wear a rain jacket or a nice warm hoodie. On Monday, Tuesday, we will be in the high 50s and the low 40s with some sun. On Wednesday, we will be having a 60% chance of rain, and this weather is still pretty high with 56 degrees and a low of 39 degrees. Thursday, we have a 60% chance of rain from 12 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a high of 47 degrees and a low of 31 degrees. Finally, Friday, we'll be having a clear, sunny blue sky with a high of 48 degrees and a low of 30 degrees. And now here's the rest of your week.
And that's it for today, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember to turn it every Friday right here on Service Electric, Cablevision, Channel 99, or online at YouTube channel at www.bctv99.com. See you next time, guys.